Hey, we're the
The
Soap
girls.
Girls,
I'm Millie.
and I'm me. And this is our new album, In My Skin, which will be released in a few days.
On the 18th of June. So
You can pre-order it or pre-save it on Spotify.
yeah.
Beautiful. Thanks for joining us tonight, girls.
Thank you for having us. We're
Yes.
excited.
Thank you.
I've got to say, you're a lot sweeter in person than what I thought you would have been after watching your film clips. I was expecting you to be like, have studs hanging
We
out
can
of your
be
heads
mean.
and
No, I'm
chainsaws
joking.
in your hand.
No, wait till you get to a show. I think it's kind of funny. People are always like scared after the show. They're like, whoa.
And they're like, oh, you're nice. And we're like, yeah, of course we're nice.
We're not
man.
gonna kill
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
So as you mentioned, you girls are preparing to release your fourth album, In My Skin, on June 18th. So tell us a bit about the album musically, what you're going for with it.
Well, with this album, I would
It's
say
very different to any of the other ones that we've done before. Obviously, it's a good thing because some people they tend to stick with the sound. So we've gone very diverse. We've both always mixed our love of different genres together. So this album's no different in that regard. But
and I
it's
think also because with every album, you experience new things, and how you react to them maybe is different as you grow in life.
as a person. So yeah, it's very. I would say it's probably our most personal album.
And also there's a lot of more maybe heavy songs on there. Yeah.
And a lot of melancholy songs, which is good.
Bit of everything.
Yeah.
Right when you're feeling suicidal, mate.
No,
joking.
come on.
You've been practicing that, haven't you?
No, do you know we watch a
watched-
lot of like
there was a weird show, that one Instant Hotel, and the people were fighting so much. We were like, wow, don't you ever come back to Cooper PD again. I'll fucking wring your neck. And then we were like, okay, what the fuck? They were like, the accents, we were like,
so
yeah.
kind of like, I don't actually like it here. There's fucking dust everywhere, mate. And you charging people so much money.
Real rip-off right here. I won't be taking it. And then like
You're going to fit right in when you come.
And also that show called YOLO.
Come, Stacey, we're gonna get fucked. And like, have you ever seen this cartoon?
It's
the most.
so disturbing, but it's so funny. It's the most like fucked up thing we've ever seen.
Our brother showed it to us first. What was that other one with the orange? That was okay.
I don't know what it's called.
But this show, it's called YOLO. It's an animated thing on YouTube.
But it's I think Australians make the rudest and best cartoon comedy little series things.
It was heavy, but it was basically like these two girls, and they were like this. Oh, Stacey, look at her. And then
they're like, I know, here comes Tracy. I fucking hate that bitch. I fucking hate that bitch.
And then
she comes,
Tracy.
Hi, Tracy, how's it going?
And then after, fuck it. And then it's just so funny.
We're going to have to get you
Oh
up
my
to a
God.
stage show of that when you come over. Make it a children's show and you can do all that stuff in it.
Oh yeah,
God.
imagine.
You're gonna fucking die. Imagine.
You don't fucking dance, mate. You're gonna fucking die.
You're gonna lose a leg.
You just got to sprinkle cunt in there a few more times and then you'll be Australian.
Yeah. We like that word anyway, so it's fine. Yeah.
We actually use it as a term of endearment over here. So if you call someone a good cunt, you're saying you really like him. But if you don't use the cunt word, you actually don't like him so much. So it's a bit backwards.
That's good. Okay.
I used to get here before and everyone a cunt in the shopping centres, in the movie theatres.
Imagine a baby comes out in Australia. It's
Oh, you can.
no, the
Congratulations.
first baby's first word. Cunt. Oh, no, little Timmy said cunt, mate.
a little cunt come in. Oh, good.
Fuck, geez.
Oh, Jesus. So we got music to talk about as well as children's horror stories. But you've
Oh my
released
God.
a single
Can you-
Breathe so far off your album.
Yeah.
So is that a good sonic representation of the album as a whole, would you say?
No, not at all. That's actually the most
Maybe-
renegade out of all the songs. It doesn't actually fit in with the rest. So
But in a good way.
in a good way.
Yeah. It's more of like it's quite an upbeat song.
Yeah, it's very different. Like I don't think we've ever written a song like it before.
But that song we wrote about is basically letting go of all the baggage, because I think even, like with COVID and everything was so restricted and everyone was so stressed. It's basically like no one could breathe.
So let go of everything that's holding you back. I mean, you can't go forward in life if you're holding literally a suitcase full of issues.
Yeah.
If that's what the song's about, how come there's so many monkeys in the film clip?
Oh, that's from where we live. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like
Those aren't monkeys, those are our family members, mate.
How dare you? We can't actually believe
Well,
you just fucking
fucking
insulted us.
Dave their ass
Uncle
and teach them
John-
to walk backwards. That's what you got to do.
No, but we filmed that. Obviously everything we do is DIY.
And it's
And-
not far from where we live. So
And we're like, well, it's really beautiful here, so let's just
shoot the video.
And
But
even in the video, it's our brother in the video, and he's holding this purple suitcase with him everywhere. That's representation of baggage. Yeah.
Right. So do the monkeys roam the streets? They're like, is that just everyday occurrence?
yeah,
Stuff
they
like that?
do.
You're kidding me.
They do.
No, they rob your house, everything. They come inside and they like ransack your food.
I came out of the shower. This was before we were gonna fly out. I came out of the shower. I went into my bedroom and I was putting my cream on my face. And then I saw, like, you know, when you see something from the corner.
That's disgusting.
When you see something
I
from
was
the
putting my
corner.
cream on my face. Yeah.
No, you know when you
Sorry.
see something from the corner of your eye, and you're like, I mean, your brain registers it, but it doesn't really register it. And I was like, I saw something. I thought it was my mom. And then
Wow.
no, because she
You
wears
think a
like
lot of it,
she
don't
wears
you?
like fluffy black things sometimes. And I was like, oh, okay, it's her, and she's petite, she's small. And then I looked again because something was like, no, it's not right. And I was like, oh fuck. And it was a big alpha male baboon just walking into my room. I was completely naked. And he looks at me and then he goes straight for the bag of snacks that I had for us for the plane flight. And he just sat there and was like eating everything. And I was like, please don't shit on the carpet, please. And we
They
had to like
masturbate a lot.
get
Don't they masturbate a lot, monkeys too, or is that just a myth?
some
Oh,
of them do.
I've
He
never
didn't. He
seen
didn't.
that video.
I have seen a video where someone was taking, they were like, oh, there's a monkey on my my porch chair outside. And the guy was on the laptop and he was filming it. And then the monkey starts looking at him and starts like masturbating. And the guy was like, oh, okay.
Awkward moment.
This guy was polite that came into my room. Yeah. I think he was interested in the snaps, not me. So I'm happy about that.
He just wanted to rob you. He didn't want to do anything else with you.
He thought she was a man.
Yeah, because I didn't have a nice baboon ass that's beat up.
Reading through your press release, girls, it calls you South Africa's wildest rock band. Would you agree with that statement?
There's definitely no wild music in South Africa. It's a very scared country. So yeah, definitely I agree with that.
Look, for those actually unfamiliar with the Soap Girls, like your two sisters born in France but raised in South Africa, that play a blend of pop, punk, rock, and hard rock combined with a rebellious spirit and anarchistic attitude that basically says a big fuck you to pretty much the whole system in the world. So I made that up by myself too. What do you reckon? Is that pretty cool?
You fucking have us in like a nutshell. Perfect. Yeah.
Nailed it, man. It's true. Through music, you have a lot of power because you can affect change. You can get people to think things that maybe they've got deep down in their heads, but they don't feel they're allowed to think. Like, why do I feel so repressed? Why do I not stand up for myself?
And also we are lucky enough to be able to tour many places and see people. And it's crazy to see how hungry people are just for someone to stand up and tell them, hey, it's okay. You can be yourself, be free. Fuck what other people tell you. Fuck these fucking social norms and all that crap or whatever.
And you're also an extremely active band, like constantly on social media with a strong, engaging presence with your fans. So how important is it in the modern music industry, in the modern world, I guess, to keep that healthy relationship with fans and actually be accessible, I guess?
Oh, it's so important. Years ago, bands were at the mercy of record labels. Because if you didn't have people representing you and speaking on your behalf, people didn't know about you. So now you literally have everything in your own hands, and people are looking for connection. People want to have barriers between them and the music that they like.
And I think if what happened with COVID has taught us and maybe anyone,
Dude, we've
anything,
always been very
no,
big
but I know, but it's
on that.
that people are extremely lonely, and I think a lot of people don't realize it. And being able to connect with so many people that maybe can't get out it's very important.
But also, again, like, you know, a lot of bands will say, oh, I'm not signed. I don't know what to do, but you literally have the power in your hands. As much work as you put into it, you're going to get out. So you got to just keep on using social media. It's a devil as well, because obviously it never stops, but it's really awesome in its own way. There's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's Facebook. What more do you want? There's such a big online connection to people. You just got to do it.
It's a vehicle for you to get your music and message, whatever you want, out of there.
I saw once, like I was scrolling through your page, and there was one post on there. There would have been 70 to 100 comments from people on there, and you girls had gone through and you'd replied to every single one of them. I was reading through, and it's like, it's very, not someone will like it or there'll be some, but you actually took the time out to reply, and you could tell from their response back to it that you touched it just by the fact that one little bit out of your day goes a long way to making someone else's day. It's really good. It's admirable quality, girls. Keep it up.
Thank you.
It takes hours, but we prefer that people know that we actually do care, and
we're reading what they're saying.
Yeah.
Very cool. So I read that the band name actually came from the fact that the pair of you started as street performers in Cape Town when you were both under 10 years old, selling handmade soap for charity. Is that true?
Yeah, we used to go out and we used to take baskets of soap and then to the harbour in South Africa.
Actually, first it started out because we've always been very, how can I say, aware of helping other people out, whether it's helping an old lady cross the road.
It's because of how our moms brought us up.
And growing up in a country like South Africa, you cannot turn a blind eye. There's homelessness, there's people living in shacks, there's people with absolutely nothing. Not that we were very well off. We came from a single parent household. Mom's always been working hard. But we always wanted to do something. And we would look at the Girl Scouts in America
and be like, hey, why don't we do something like that?
This is so cool.
But there was nothing like that. There isn't really anything like that in South Africa.
There are scouts, but it's not this.
You don't sell cookies door to door because it's a bit dangerous to do that in South Africa.
And camping wasn't our bag. So
And so we asked our mom at the time, who was making, not our mom at the time, our mom at the time was making soap.
Oh yeah, we just swapped moms,
you know.
So yeah.
And we said, hey, is it okay if we take like a few of your soaps and maybe go door to door? And she wasn't ready.
Because we wanted to raise funds initially for the kids that were affected by the war happening in Iraq. And
our mom said, that's really sweet of you to want to do, but there's a lot of need here. It's closer to home.
And then
so we're like, okay, well, let's see what we can do.
And we saw a newspaper article about like the public hospitals in South Africa. There's one where the first successful heart transplant took place. And they have a huge shortage of equipment because most of it has not been maintained. It's really old.
And a lot of people are like, oh, but that's the government's job, sure, but they don't do their job. So, I mean,
what must you do?
If you can't help, then
take matters into your own hands. So we were like, let's do it. And we went door to door. But obviously it's a dangerous country. So our mom was like, no,
not a good idea. So then we're like, okay, well, down the road from us is a harbor.
But that sounds really dodgy. It's a very small fishing village.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds a lot better.
Like it's not some big dirty harbor with sailors or whatever. Just to
we did meet some weird fishermen
I didn't think that for 1 second.
Okay, but just saying, so we would go and we would get onto the tourist buses and we would sing
in whatever language that people were speaking. And
it started out with us singing happy birthday in like different languages. We know it in 66 languages as far as I remember. And we would go on and sell the soap, and we'd put incubators, humidifiers,
raise funds for a new ward at the children's hospital, at a hospital. And eventually,
it was difficult. A lot of people were like, oh, you'll never manage to do it because you're just kids. And we did it. We went 365 days a year.
But I think even from a young age, we realized in life, or to get anywhere, you have to have a very thick skin. Because even though from a young age you were doing such good work,
we were bullied, victimized. It was horrible.
People were fucking cunts. Yeah. Even not nice cunts, horrible cunts. Yeah.
Shit cunts.
It gave us
cunts, we call it.
Yeah, shit cans.
It gave us our quirky sense of humor, and I don't know, just a very big love of entertaining people. So,
and also it also showed us that it doesn't matter if someone is a fisherman, if someone's a fucking president, the princess of Dubai, someone from the streets, everybody is the same, and everybody likes to laugh and buy soap.
Well, everyone's got to clean themselves sometime.
Exactly.
Did you know in Japan a brothel is actually called a soap house?
I know, we know. That's why when people when people try to Google our name, we're like, don't say soap girls, say the soap girls, because you're gonna get some weird Japanese shit there.
You want
Yeah.